Last night was rough. Let me explain. Me and Jamie this year doing something a little unorthodox. And y'all are going to think we're crazy because that's exactly what everybody else has been telling us. And just, if you hear me out, it makes sense. Logically, makes sense. Mentally, it all corresponds. But like when you hear it, you're gonna be like, fuck no. No sir. Unsubscribe. Nope. 0 out of 10. Won't try it. So here's what we're doing. Last year, a little background. Last year, me and Jamie started camping monthly. I think we went camping outside, tent camping, of course. Because, like, if you're in an RV, is that camping? I guess it is. It's like the new camping. Like, you just go live in a fucking mobile home. You just park it somewhere so that you have AC and utilities and all the shit that you fucking need. Apparently that's camping, but me and Jamie don't think that's camping. We think camping is we take a more primitive route. In fact, that's what they call it at campsites now. They call it primitive camping. If you go into a tent and stay in the tent, that's camping. No, that's primitive. Right now I'm dropping off some Pokemon cards. These are, we've been selling Pokemon cards for a couple months. Actually for like almost 6 months now, 5 months. And we stay pretty busy with that. It's pretty cool. So anyway, we started camping, and if you're camping in July and August, outdoors, it's gonna get toasty. And you know what you don't have in the middle of the night? An AC to keep you cozy. And there's an awakening moment. It's like in my, even in the last 4 years, as I've taken sleep quality, quantity, depth very seriously and tried to like enhance my sleeping hygiene and routines and everything about it. Like the research shows, like the cooler the temperature, the deeper the sleep, the better the sleep, right? Totally get that. But what I learned is like you're gonna fall asleep one way or the other. When it's super hot outside, I was able to fall asleep. Yeah, it was sticky and I was hot and I was uncomfortable and I complained pretty much the whole time. And I'm like, how would you have done this? So this year, as the temperatures started to rise, you know, like spring hit and it got up to like 70 degrees. We're like, man, this feels so nice. I wonder when we're gonna have to turn the AC on. And that wondering got us to start thinking like, okay, well, we were able to sleep outside in a tent when it got hot out last year. Why not this year, right? Or why not like get a little uncomfortable? And we also wondered, how the hell did people do this and before, and how long has AC even been around? And AC, air conditioning, the modern, you know, comforts of our era that we live in have only been around in houses for about 80 years or so. And before that, we had some electricity for I don't know, 100 years or something in the house, where you could plug in a fan and keep cool that way. But before that, you had just conventional methods like cooling yourself off with water, using a hand fan, getting shade, going to lower levels of the house. All those types of things were ways to just naturally keep cool. So, and I'm sure there's plenty more. That's just honestly what we've been doing. So this year, it is almost June 1st. It's what's today's date? May 29th? Let's get official documentation here. May 28th today. And we have yet to turn the AC on, both at my business, CrossFit West Des Moines, and at home. Now, we sleep on the second story at home. So we're upstairs, right next to that hot ass attic. And yesterday's temperatures got up to like 88, 89 degrees outside. And again, we haven't been sleeping with AC up to this point. There's been a couple hot nights, but like, we would just sleep with no blanket. You may wake up feeling a little sticky, but it's not terrible. But last night in our room, in the bedroom, we have a little thermostat. Not a thermostat, but something to read the temperature. We can't adjust the temperature, but it read 92 degrees in that room upon going to bed, and it was about 9 p.m. ish. And we both took, we took a cold shower, cold-ish, and even like right when you get out of the shower, usually you feel kind of good, but like right away you could like feel the heat of the room. You're like, oh man, this is kind of uncomfortable. But we lay down, go to bed, fall asleep, because you're tired, you're gonna have to fall asleep. But I woke up at 12:30 and the room was still 89, 90 degrees. I was like, man, okay, this is actually pretty hot. So I almost turned the AC on, but I did not. I went downstairs, I brought the laundry up, I packaged up some Pokemon cards. I laid on the kitchen floor for a short while, like a few minutes, because it feels good compared to being upstairs. But then I was like, oh, I'll get an ice pack. So could we just have these like small ice packs? I'll get an ice pack, I'll put it on the back of my neck, and see how that works. And that actually worked out really well. That was able to, like, you cool down the head, and that will kind of make you feel cooler throughout your body. So that was an easy way for me to fall back asleep. And by the time we woke up, I think the room was down to like 80 degrees or 70, 78 degrees, 77. The windows were open. It felt way more comfortable in the morning. And you know what's crazy? By the time, when you go from experiencing, like, even right now, it's 79 degrees outside. I got my windows up and I feel totally fine. And normally I'd be like complaining about that. And anybody would. Anybody in the car right now, they have the AC on, they'd have the windows down, and I feel totally fine. And I think that's what we're trying to do, and that's what we're realizing, is your body is so adaptable. And what I'm trying to get people to understand is, like, your craving for comfort is a condition of the normal around you. And it doesn't need to be normal, though. Like, you can certainly create your own normal. So like for us, I guarantee, I promise, like, if we keep doing this, and even if we do turn the AC on, but we only turn it on, let's say 80 degrees is like the base temp, I guarantee our summer is going to be more fulfilling. Because, like, even right now, it's going to be 80 degrees. It's going to be 80 something degrees today. And yesterday, when I went outside and it was 87, 88 degrees, beautiful. But everybody else, when they were coming into the gym, they're like, oh, it's hot outside today. I had the gym doors open, and people were like, man, are you going to turn the AC on? You're going to close the doors? I'm like, no, this feels so good. And that's like, what a blessing. Is the only way I can put it is when you can just appreciate the heat for what it is, and your body for being so adaptable and being able to, like, kind of design its own level of comfort just by putting yourself in the situations more frequently. So cool. So our goal is to go as long as possible, but I just wanted to fill y'all in. I know we're crazy, but I'd rather be crazy than normal, period. So I would say jump into this challenge with us to any degree possible, whether that's just adjusting your AC or like your thermostat to 74 degrees. If you normally keep it at 72 or 70 degrees, maybe just bump that up to 74 degrees and like you just spend time in that. I promise, like I used to have my thermostat set to 65 degrees every evening, every night, because I was dead set on like that is the only way I can fall asleep. I need to get the best quality of sleep. But even though I woke up in the middle of the night and still got up at 5:40 this morning or 6 o'clock, and that's sleeping in a little bit for me. I feel so good. Energy levels are good. My sleep quality last night was, we have a sleep mat. It was just fine. No issues. So I would challenge you, like, we do have a ceiling fan that's running all night long, which is very helpful for some kind of breeze. Because you know what your body does? It will produce sweat. And then that little breeze is going to feel like something that just keeps you cool all night long. That is the cool feeling that you get when your body naturally wants to sweat and you got some kind of airflow. You'll be good to go. But anyway, these next few days and next week is going to get challenging. I know it's going to get even warmer. We even gave Ari, our dog, a little 15-pound cockapoo. We gave her a quick little rinse off last night with some cold water, and you know she's got hair all over her body, so that stays wet throughout the night. And even her, I could tell a big difference. She felt way more comfortable this morning and throughout the night. So anyway, that's an update on what we have going on for a little personal challenge, dealing with temperatures and really just allowing ourselves to be uncomfortable and embracing it. Like it's just kind of normal. Now this is the benefit, but it was not the point. The point was not to be like, oh, how much money can we save each month on our utility bill by not turning the AC on. It crossed our mind, of course, but like it was not the root of the reason that we're doing it. And of course, you naturally save a good amount of money because you don't have to run the AC. So even right now, I'm gonna open this door because I've had the windows open or windows up the whole time. Just opening the door and walking outside and feeling any source of air flow. It's 78 degrees outside, and this feels amazing. It feels like I just walked into the AC. So, for what that's worth, do hard things, embrace it. Sometimes life is uncomfortable. Sometimes you're gonna be put in situations that it's not ideal, and that's the point. Is like when you do that more often, you're more adaptable mentally in every situation. Period.